us now as we take you on a journey from the heart of Melbourne to the final frontier of outback Australia.
Over 4 episodes, we'll take you through country Victoria, along the mighty Murray River and further north into New South Wales, into the true heartland of the continent.
So pack your bags and jump in with us for an adventure on the road to Broken Hill.
It's time to see this land of wonder. It's time to go and see what's up down under. What's up down under?
G'day and welcome to the show. On today's episode, we leave Sunraysia country and the township of Mildura and head to the silver city town of Broken Hill.
And it's all thanks to our good mates at Universal Caravans, Billabong Caravans and G&S Chassis. So jump in, do up your seatbelts as we show you what's up down under. Picking up from where we left off last week, we find ourselves in the iconic Victorian town of Mildura at the fantastic Baronga Riverside Caravan Park. But once again, it's time for us to hit the road en route for our final destination of the trip. But before we got too far down the road, we decided to stop off for some petrol.
We are in Wentworth, which is where the Murray River meets the Darling River. And we're on our way to Broken Hill today, Silver City. And I'm so looking forward to getting there. And why don't you come along for the ride and enjoy it as well?
As we made the trek from Wentworth to Broken Hill, I had a chat to Giovanni from G&S Chassis about all things caravanning. Tyre pressures, mate, caravans. You're a chassis man. You must hear all the horror stories about someone saying, oh, I've had this problem with my suspension and they're running too high tyre pressures.
Or too low.
Or too low.
But every tyre changes. Now on the side wall, it's got the highest PSI it should be at. Now the highest PSI is for its maximum load. So it doesn't mean if it says 65 PSI, you have to put it to 65 PSI.
So what about when your road conditions change? So we're on a nice freeway, it's a 110k an hour zone, and all of a sudden we turn off and we're on the dirt road. It's a well-graded dirt road. What would you do with your tyres then?
Well, pull over, you flatten your tyres, so the actual tyre, side wall of the tyre acts like a part of a suspension, so it's not as stiff, and you've got your suspension working plus your side wall of the tyre. What do you reckon of that idea?
I reckon you're absolutely spot on from my opinion. And again, everyone's got an opinion on this, but I believe your tyres should be an integral part of your suspension system. If you're going to run high tyre pressures on dirt roads, all you're doing is transferring all that load right through your chassis, right through the structure of the caravan, and just shaking things apart for no reason. 2 hands on the wheel for me, eh?
Yes, 2 hands on the wheel.
Good on you,
and
mate.
That all comes...
Before too long, we rolled into the classic Australian outback town of Broken Hill, and a great place to stay in this famous part of the world is the Lakeview Caravan Park.
Our accommodation over the next few nights is the Lakeview Caravan Park in Broken Hill. It's an affordable, family-friendly park and a great place to base yourself while you explore all that Broken Hill has to offer. Lakeview Park is a relaxed caravan park in a quiet location on the edge of town. It has comfortable and well-equipped cabins with large, shady grassed areas. Visitors can choose from fully self-contained en-suited cabins or opt for powered or unpowered sites with an immaculate amenities block. Some of the other facilities include camp kitchen, swimming pool, and best of all, it's a pet-friendly park. So if you're looking for a place to set up camp in Broken Hill, check out the Lakeview Caravan Park. Now I'm off to Silverton to check out what Mac is up to at the Mad Max Museum. Just over 20 k's out of Broken Hill is the township of Silverton, and it is packed full of Australian history.
And it's packed full of Australian filmmaking history because this is where they made the movie Mad Max 2. And it's also the home of the Mad Max 2 Museum, which we're just about to check out.
Oh, the Mad Max Museum was mad as. That was really great, actually. I remember watching the movie when I was a kid, and to go out there and actually see the costumes, the cars that they used, it was absolutely mad, crazy stuff, but well worth a visit. And you know, if you're a bit of a fan of the old Mad Max movies, you've got to allow a couple of hours just to have a bit of a poke around, and you know, you'll love it.
And I reckon every Australian boy particularly, but the girls as well, grew up on Mad Max. You know, it was a real phenomenon in my younger day. And it's just a part of our life. And to turn up and have a look at this stuff is really pretty cool.
Well, I think certainly back in the late 70s and the early 80s, it was a huge part of people's lives in Australia, because most of the people, a lot of the people we get through here that come to visit us, they were teenagers at the time, and they'd be sat in the drive-in watching Mad Max on the cinema, sat in two-door coupes and Sandman vans, and yeah, it just became a huge part of people's lives, and it's grown and grown over the years.
How many people come and visit you every year?
Oh, there would be thousands that come through here. It's difficult to kind of put an exact figure on it, but I think, you know, most people that come here now, I think, come here because they know films were shot here, and especially Mad Max. I mean, because it is a mining town and the history is rich, the mining history is rich here, but most people that come to see us come here because they know at least one of the Mad Max films was shot here. And of course, where the museum is, it's really, really in the thick of the whole landscape, the Mad Max landscape, you know, and to be able to visit the museum and then go out to the locations, which are only 5-10 minutes away, is fantastic for visitors, yeah.
Have you got a favourite piece?
The boomerang, I think, we actually have the boomerang and the little music box as well. I think those two pieces for me kind of override the vehicles a little bit. They're just really special pieces.
Well, there was some pretty cool stuff in there.
Do yourself a favour, get out here and check it out. But right now, we're going to slip back into town and see what's happening in there. Coming up after the break, I'll have a chat to Sal from G&S while Tanya drops in on a world-famous artist.
What's up down under?
Today's episode of What's Up Down Under is brought to you by our great mates at G&S Chassis. Make sure you buy a caravan with a G&S chassis, and make sure you head to gnschassis.com.au. Back at the start of our trip, I had a chat to Sal about the history of G&S. This week, we talk about what's in store for the future of the company. I think one of the things that really catches me with the story of the family and G&S is that the younger generation has come through, grabbed all those dreams and those ideas and really just run with them. And you've probably had the opportunities that your dad and his brother didn't have when they first started, but you've kept them alive. You haven't shut any of those dreams down. You're still running with them, you know. So I see your kids coming through now behind you, and they're saying we want to work in the company, you know, and I see this progression of people coming through. What are we going to see in the next 40 years?
Well, we don't know. We're going to just try and keep the family traditions going. We're going to try and keep the boys and the kids growing positive and keep them trying to grow the business and going further. And hopefully they can build up on our knowledge and add on to it. Go to school, learn more than us and pick up on our experience and plus their knowledge from school, take it to the next level again. Hopefully.
Maybe work a little bit easier again.
Work a little bit easier again.
Mate,
yeah, that's
good on
right.
you. Keep up the good work, Sal.
We try our best all the time. That's our motto, you know. Do the best you can and everybody will be happy.
Broken Hill is synonymous with great art, but no greater artist than Howard Steer, and I'm so lucky to be here today in his studio catching up with him. Howard, you are amazing. I love the fact that your art is so colourful. What inspires you?
I think just being an Aussie and just keeping the tradition going of Aussie names and Aussie titles, old Holden cars, bush opera houses that we see in the background. Just typical Aussie stuff.
Well, when did you realise, hey, I can actually do this?
Well, I worked at the City Art Gallery and the City Hall and the Entertainment Centre all in one go, and then unloading Drysdale's paintings and Nolan's paintings and all that type of thing, and studying them and looking, and plenty of time to do it in. Yeah, if they could sort of do that sort of stuff, I could sort of paint my way, and whether it's accepted or not, but I'll put more Australian tradition in it. The bright colours make it cheerful. I think if you're doing funny paintings or humorous paintings, they've got to be bright. They've got to be bright and shiny so people can get a laugh at them. I started calling the artwork, and no one else was calling the artwork, Australian story art. I was actually painting stories.
Howard William Steer, I mean, what an amazing, interesting character he is, with a wicked sense of humour, and it really comes out in his art. I love the way he's captured the patriotic feel that we have here in Australia, the vibrant colours of Broken Hill and its surrounds, and also things that are really important to us, like the Royal Flying Doctor service here. He always has a Royal Flying Doctor flying into one of his pictures. And yeah, really interesting character, and I truly loved going out to see his gallery.
And while Tania checks out the rest of the Howard Steer Gallery, you lot at home can check in with my new mate Steve and find out what's going on at Austrail.
Since their inception in 2009, Austrail have been at the forefront of chassis manufacturing for the Australian caravan industry. Widely regarded for its excellent quality of product, Austrail was acquired by GNS in 2016 and the results were incredible. Now I'm going to have a quick chat to Mark and find out all about it. So I'm down here with Mark at Austrail LV, Epping, Victoria. First of all, Mark, how did it all begin?
Well, about 6-7 years ago, a caravan manufacturer moved into our founder's factory and saw an opportunity to start supplying caravan chassis.
And look, how important is the chassis and what sets you guys apart from the rest?
The chassis is the foundation of the caravan. You know, if the chassis is strong, if the chassis is durable, if the chassis is well built, you're going to have a long-lasting caravan. We focus on quality. Being a relatively newcomer to the industry, we've had to set ourselves apart, and we've done that through building a straight, a square and a flat chassis for our suppliers.
Which caravan companies do you deliver your product to?
We work with a range of companies, guys that just do on-road stuff, guys that do full off-road caravans. We work with the likes of Bailey Leisure, On the Move, Gulfstream RV, Essential Caravans, Elite Caravans, Brilliant Caravans, just to name a few.
What does the future hold, Mark? Where to from here?
You know, we want to keep growing our business. We want to make sure that Austral's out there under as many caravans as we can get out in the Australian market.
Well, there you have it, guys. It seems that Mark and the guys from Austrail and GNS really know their stuff. To find out more, go to gnschassis.com.au.
Coming up after the break, Tania and I drop in on the Royal Flying Doctors Museum.
What's up down under?
This episode of What's Up Down Under is proudly brought to you by Billabong Caravans. To find out all about their extensive range, just head to billabongcaravans.com. I know you're getting excited because I'm excited, and I'm excited because it's the Windsor Corrimal 40th birthday celebration. And what a way to celebrate. Windsor and Corrimal Caravans are giving you the chance to win the awesome Windsor Silhouette XC pop-up camper trailer with awesome slide-out kitchen, 2 fold-out beds and off-road capability you could only dream of. But wait, there's more. The first 10 entries drawn will win a $250 Kamek gift voucher, and the following 10 valid entries drawn will win a $250 voucher from Family Parks. So get excited. This could be your greatest chance to get out and explore Australia. All you need to do is log on to the What's Up Down Under competitions page and don't think twice about it. This is your last chance to enter because this competition ends May 31st. Another must-see while you're in the Broken Hill region is the Royal Flying Doctor Service Museum.
They've been servicing Australia for over 100 years and they are a great safety net for the Aussie traveller.
So come on, let's go and check it out. We've been fortunate enough to bump into Sue, who's the Tourism Business Manager at the RFDS here in Broken Hill, and she's got us out into the hangar for a close look. But Sue, thanks very much for bringing us out here. This is absolutely amazing.
Welcome, Macca. It's brilliant to see you here.
So how many people come and visit your area here?
Our visitor centre here at the base welcomes around 13,500 people annually. And of course we'd love more people to come.
And what kind of area do you cover?
Well, from Broken Hill Base, we look after an area that covers 640,000 square kilometres, and that's within New South Wales ACT.
What would you recommend to the caravanner that's out there travelling to be able to tool themselves up with, to be able to use your services should they need it?
It's ideal if people can have a satellite mobile phone, understand that they need to ring 000. And if you're out of range, which in most cases you are when you're in remote locations, to understand this, the signal will still get through. And more importantly, to understand as they're travelling, where am I? What are their coordinates? If you've got a modern phone, you might be even able to get those coordinates. Because if you need our help, it helps us and it helps the medical team that are the first responders that can get to you to, perhaps save somebody's life with that urgent time frame.
I often find it quite interesting that you see people on the road that have invested perhaps a couple of $100,000 in cars and caravans and boats and all the toys in the world.
Yes.
But then they say, I'm not sure whether I can justify spending $500 or $800 on a sat phone.
It's well worth your life to have the equipment. EPIRBs, satellite phones, and of course a first aid kit. That's a must as well.
Well, there you go. You've got no excuses anymore, have you? Be safe out on the road. Can we have a look through the museum as well?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome.
Come through.
Let's go.
Well, Macca, I have got a whole new appreciation now for the fantastic work the Royal Flying Doctor Service do right here in Australia.
And for the fantastic work that you lot do for donating to them. What do you reckon we go and find somewhere really nice to finish out the day?
Sounds like a great idea.
Well, there's plenty of things to do around Broken Hill at night, but at least one time while you're here, you've got to come out here to Monday, set yourself up on the hill in your favourite folding chair and just watch the show that nature puts on for you. When you get out into Western New South Wales, the air is so dry that you just get to see things that you can't see near the coast. Mundy Plains, what an amazing place to watch a sunset. Sat there after the sunset for maybe an hour, and all the colour went out of the sky, but you know what came in and replaced it? One of the best light shows I've ever seen.
But give it a couple more minutes after the sun is gone and wait for the stars to come out. And that's just another vista, and you want to tell all your friends about it. It just is goosebump material.
So if you're out in Broken Hill, don't just go out to the pub and hang around there at night. Get out to Monday, take your folding chair, relax, and just watch the show. And don't be in a hurry to go home because there's another show that comes on after the sunset. Trust me. Coming up after the break, Tanya and I saddle up for the Broken Hill races.
What's up down under?
This episode of What's Up Down Under is made possible by our great mates over at Universal Caravans. To find out all about their extensive range of caravans, just head to universalcaravans.com.au.
The accredited RV Map Key opens your chances to win a brand new Volkswagen. Simply purchase any RV Map accredited vehicle between now and June 23rd for your chance to win a Volkswagen Touareg valued at over $74,000. For more information on how to enter and why looking for the RV Map Key benefits you, just log on to letsgocaravanandcamping.com.au and follow the links. There are many caravan brands that are built on a G&S chassis. And G&S Chassis want to support caravanners with a chance to win $5,000 or $5,000 off your next caravan purchase with a participating manufacturer. So, for information on how to enter and get 100 bonus entries, go to whatsupdownunder.com.au and click on our competitions page. Request the best with G&S. Paramount Caravans have achieved their pursuit for quality and excellence with their extensive fleet of caravans to suit your getaway needs. From durable off-roaders to luxurious interiors, Paramount has it all. You're guaranteed to travel with ease and style thanks to their incredible attention to detail and top-of-the-line Australian manufacturing. With innovative solutions, each Paramount van lets you live in comfort on any road you may take. To find the perfect van for your next adventure, check out their impressive Paramount range at paramountcaravans.com.au.
Macca, what's with the fancy duds? Where's your blue shirt?
Well, I'll tell you what, special occasions call for a special outfit, and it's a special day because we have turned up to Broken Hill just in time for the biggest race meet of the year.
That's right, it's a St Patrick's Day race meeting and people come from all around the district to be part of this great celebration.
You feeling lucky?
I was born lucky.
Well, let's get amongst it. So you blokes have all travelled from Jervis Bay to come out here and watch the races?
Yeah, that's it.
Big event. Is this the Jervis Bay traditional outfit and dress? Yeah,
this is every day, yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, fair enough. Then what do you do in Jervis Bay?
What do we do? Whatever we want. We're leprechauns.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah. Hang around. Where are you fellas from?
Wallaroo.
Wallaroo. Where's Wallaroo? I've been to Wallaroo, but
York Peninsula.
Ah, it is too. Beautiful spot. How are you today?
Oh, brilliant today.
You having a good time?
Oh, sort of.
It wouldn't be a horse race without a horse. And I am with the star of the show. This is Alpha. And I tell you what, he is the hot favourite today.
Oh, you guys got a tip for me for today. Surely being leprechauns, you'd know.
Race 1, number 3.
Race 1, number 3. What's the horse's name?
Kiss and Wish.
Kiss and Wish. Haven't we all been there a couple of times? Hey, bloody hell.
That's it.
So what brings you up to Broken Hill this weekend?
Come to the races. Come to
Just
the races.
for the races. How's that? First time or you regulars?
No, we're virgins, yeah.
Virgins.
Virgin races, yeah.
You reckon you still go home virgins?
So I'm married.
Hear that? Yeah. Do you get dressed up for it or you just wear your normal clobber?
No, got to get dressed up.
Yeah. So what have you done today that's different to a normal day for you, from what you're wearing point of view?
Well, you know, every day is quite low key.
Yeah, well, it looks quite low key. You're not making a statement or anything, are you?
You know, I might be able to get a bit of a tip. So, mate, are you feeling lucky today? Yep, yeah, that's a definite yes. And how much should I put on you? Is that 10? How much? That's $5 each way. Yep. And a bit of a kiss to go with it.
You got a hot tip for the day?
Number 3, blacklisted. I reckon that'll win.
You reckon that's the one?
Yeah, bloody hell.
There you go.
Yeah, hot tip for everybody.
You lot have known for about 6 weeks too late on that tip, but I'm going to have a run of it today. Anyway, you put a big effort in, fellas. Well done. Good to meet you all. Enjoy the day. Good luck. Have fun getting back to Jervis Bay in one piece after today, I reckon. You've done very, very well.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name's Macca. What's yours?
Oh, Queen of the Desert.
Queen of the Desert. Just goes as Queen of the Desert. Let go.
Today.
Let go. Well, that's the end of today's show, and it's the end of our 4-part journey from the cosmopolitan city of Melbourne right up through the Murray region and here to the Mundi plains of Broken Hill.
And it's all been brought to you thanks to our great mates at G&S Chassis, Billabong Caravans and Universal Caravans.
Stop dreaming about it, get out here and do it as well. It's only going to cost you a couple of tanks of juice and you can be here enjoying the sunset as well.
We'll see you next time when we show you more of
What's Up Down Under.
What's up down under?